As you walk with me through the complexities and trials of life, remember that each challenge is not only a test, but also an opportunity, a chance to deepen your connection with the Father. Faith is not about an easy path. It's about trust, perseverance, and growth. The Bible, my word, is a guide through every storm you may face, offering wisdom, comfort, and truth. When you feel overwhelmed or lost, open your heart to Scripture. It's more than just ancient text. It is alive, a living word that breathes life into your weary soul, speaking directly to your situation. In the Gospel of John, I said, "I am the way, the truth, and the life." These words are a reminder that no matter how dark or uncertain the road may seem, I am with you, guiding your steps. Trust in me, and you will find clarity. Even when the path is difficult and it feels as though you're walking alone, know that I am with you. My light never dims. It shines brightest when you are in your deepest need. My dear child, do not be afraid to lean on me. In the book of Psalms, David speaks of this, saying, "Your word is a lamp for my feet, a light on my path." Let my words guide your journey, for no storm is too great for the one who calms the seas. I have called you. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. This promise is eternal, my dear child. Life may present heavy burdens, sorrow, fear, confusion, but I invite you to lay them down at my feet. When you give your struggles to me, your burden becomes light. The world may ask much of you, but I ask only that you trust in me. My plans are for your good, and though they may not always align with your expectations, they are perfect. Take a moment now to reflect on the things that weigh on your heart. What burdens have you been carrying alone? Whether it is the weight of guilt, worry, or regret, surrender it to me, and in return, I will give you peace. This exchange is not just for a fleeting moment, but a lasting transformation. The path of forgiveness, both in seeking forgiveness and offering it to others, clears your heart of anger and resentment, allowing the fullness of my powerful examples of forgiveness and grace is the parable of the prodigal son. This story, my dear child, illustrates the boundless mercy of the Father. Even when the son squandered his inheritance, lived recklessly, and found himself destitute, the Father's love remained. When the son returned, broken and repentant, the Father did not chastise or reject him, but welcomed him with open arms and great joy. This parable is not just about the prodigal son, it is about you. It is about every person who has ever felt lost, ashamed, or unworthy of love. No matter how far you stray, no matter the mistakes you've made, the Father's arms are always open. He waits eagerly for your return, ready to celebrate your homecoming. His mercy is limitless, His love unconditional. Just as the Father in the story forgave His Son, so too must you forgive others. My dear child, forgiveness frees not only those who have wronged you, but also your own heart. Holding on to anger or bitterness only serves to weigh you down, robbing you of peace and joy. When you forgive, you open the door to healing and allow my grace to flow freely into your life. In your daily life, choose forgiveness over anger. Choose love over resentment. My teachings call you to love not only those who love you, but also your enemies. This is not an easy task, but it is one that brings true peace. When you let go of grudges and offer forgiveness, you create space in your heart for joy, for healing, my dear child, is deeply connected to spiritual well-being. A heart weighed down by anger becomes sick, but a heart full of love and forgiveness is fertile ground for the blessings of the Spirit. When you release others from the debt of their wrongs, you are also releasing yourself from the chains of bitterness. This act of grace transforms not only your heart, but also your mind, allowing you to live freely and fully. In forgiving others, you reflect my love and mercy. This act of forgiveness may not always result in immediate reconciliation, but it plants seeds of healing that will grow over time. Just as I have forgiven you, so too must you forgive those who have wronged you. In doing so, you demonstrate the true power of my love, which knows no limits. The Bible does not only teach us about forgiveness, but also about living a life of purpose and service to others. When you align your life with my teachings, you begin to see the world through the eyes of the Father. You see others as they truly are, beloved children of God, each deserving of love, mercy, and grace. Consider the example of the Good Samaritan. While others passed by the wounded man on the road, it was the Samaritan, an outsider, someone considered unworthy by societal standards, who stopped and helped. He showed mercy, kindness, and compassion. My dear child, this is the life I call you to live, a life of service, of seeing beyond the surface and extending love to all, especially those in need. In serving others, you are not only fulfilling your purpose, but also growing closer to me. Whatever you do for one of the least of these brothers and sisters of mine, you do for me. When you serve with a humble heart, you reflect my love to the world. The world is full of opportunities to serve, whether through small acts of kindness or larger gestures of love. Each act of service is a testament to your faith and a reflection of the Father's heart. Following my teachings does not mean that life will be without trials. In fact, the path of faith often brings challenges that test your strength and perseverance. But take heart, for I have overcome the world. When you place your trust in me, you will find that life becomes easier, not because the challenges disappear, but because your heart and mind are at peace. Building your life on the foundation of my word ensures that when the storms of life come, and they will, you will stand firm. My dear child, trust in my plan for you, even when it doesn't make sense, even when you cannot see the path ahead. Remember, my ways are higher than yours, and I work all things for the good of those who love me. Take comfort in knowing that I am with you always, even to the end of the age. My presence is not far from you. It is as close as your next breath. When you open the Bible, you are not just reading words, you are experiencing my presence. Each verse is an invitation to draw closer to me, to trust in my plan, and to live a life filled with love, moments peace, of stillness, and when the world is quiet, listen for my voice. Be still and know that I am God. In the busyness of life, it is easy to become overwhelmed, but I call you to moments of stillness where you can find peace. When you rest in my presence, you are reminded that I am in control, that I hold all things together. Lastly, my dear child, remember that this world is not your final home. Do not store up for yourselves treasures on earth where moth and rust destroy and where thieves break in and steal. Instead, store up treasures in heaven. The things of this world are temporary, but the love you share, the kindness you show, and the faith you build are eternal. Focus your heart on what truly matters, your relationship with me, and the love you give to others. These are the treasures that will last forever. When you live with eternity in mind, the worries and concerns of this world begin to fade away. replaced by the peace that comes from knowing your life is secure in me. My dear child, as you journey through life, remember that I am with you every step of the way. Through the trials and the triumphs, through the joys and the sorrows, I am your constant companion, your guide, and your source of strength. Trust in me, follow my teachings, and you will find the peace, love, and joy that you seek.